Hey, Sagittarius, this is your read for November. I want to take it a little further into December for you. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and any cross watchers. Okay, so there's some interesting stuff going on with you right now. Like, you're in such a transition that the changes are just like going to be incredible for you. Some of you will be changing jobs, professions. Some of you will be changing the places that you travel to or the amount of traveling that you do. Some will be changing relationships. And by maybe not like the relationship, but definitely how you deal with your relationships. I see a lot of changes that way. I'll also see a lot of delays with contracts, leases, licenses, just basic paperwork that's dealing with court, okay? Or with rental or mortgages, stuff like that. Just any type of paperwork. I'm seeing a lot of delays with that. For some of you, those delays are a good thing because the amount of money that is connected to it, it looks like that delay is going to bring around an increase for you. Okay, so it's just like one of those universal situations that, the universe takes care of, and you look at it like it's a delay, it's a pain in my neck, but you should actually profit from it. Okay. All right, so let's go back to your profession. I'm seeing some people losing their jobs, but the biggest thing about this that I'm seeing is that it's kind of like one of those situations where you hold on to something and you hold on to it and you hold on to it. You won't let it go because you don't like change, or you don't feel like you're in a position to experience that type of change right now. But what this is going to do is it's going to force you, or, convince you, I should say, to look at what you're doing from a different perspective. Like, I see a lot of you looking at this and saying, this is never going to happen to me again. I'm not going to allow somebody to change my life like this. I need this to happen on my terms, not somebody else's, because of whatever reasons there are. And when you get to this mindset, and I'll be able to tell you about when that happens in a minute, but when you get to this mindset, you're probably going to go back to something that you wanted to do in the past. Something that, like maybe when you were in high school or college, around those years where you said, this is what I want to be. And then life happened. And when life happens, all sorts of changes take place. What I see is you going back to something from that period that you felt you couldn't accomplish or you couldn't follow through with. And you're going to start with a strong foundation, and you're going to put yourself into a position of you being in control. Of course, the process can be kind of daunting, it's just like, ugh. But whatever it is that you choose to go through, go change up to, whatever, is going to be incredible. Not only are you going to be enjoying yourself by doing it, you're going to have control. You're going to be seeing a part of you that you haven't seen in years. Okay. So I see this starting to take place like the week of November 13th, or sorry, 16th, about 3 weeks from now. Okay. That's where I see it. I see it starting then. And then by the time that you get through the next 3 week period, you're going to be like, I can't believe it took me this long to do this. Like, what was I thinking about? The week of December 7th is going to put you into such an incredible change that you're going to be smiling every day. Like, smiling every day. You're going to be in a completely different state. So just wait for that. Okay. So you're going to be traveling also. You're going to be making different choices of where you want to travel to. A lot of you can be, you might just travel the same way you always did, but there's going to be a lot of traveling happening over the next 2 months for you guys. And if you're not physically traveling, you will be planning those trips. And even those who are planning those trips and traveling, you're going to be, like, I see something in a place that you used to go to in your past that you haven't been able to go to. Maybe childhood, maybe around, like, in your teens, a place that you were actually happy. And I see you going back to this place so that you can regain some of that clarity, some of the confidence, some of the pure happiness that you had back then. I'm also seeing a different kind of travel here. I'm seeing some of you traveling mentally, like astral traveling, learning to do this, learning to use your mind. I see a lot of meditation happening. I also see a lot of spiritual changes. And the week of, let's see, I'm going to say it's 4 weeks from now, or the week of November 23rd, where a lot of changes take place for you. Like, events are going to take place that put you into a state of mind that you literally are saying to yourself, and when I say healing, I don't specifically mean physical healing, although some of you are going to want to learn about that. But I do see a lot of changes that you want to see happen in your life, and you're going to go into like the clairs. Like, I love to mention the clairs because there's so many of them that we have, so many abilities that we have that we just don't pay attention to. Like, for some of you, one of the things that I'm seeing, and you're going to think this is crazy, but you're going to be like, you may start to, like, okay, let's say that there's a relative that you had in the past and they smoked this really terrible smelling pipe. You may start to smell that pipe. Meanwhile, this person's been gone for years. And others, there is that smell that you get right before you are about to eat something that's no longer good. I see that also. For some of you also, I see being able to touch something and know the history of it. Maybe even the previous owners, like if you go into an antique shop, I see that. I see, and for some of you who experience those things, you're going to have a strong draw towards museums and just places of history, history books, history stories, history novels. I'm seeing a lot of that. The week, I want to talk about this, the week of December 7th. Sagittarius, your intuition is going to grow so strong. It's like you may literally feel all of the energy from everybody around you. That's how strong it's going to be. And it could put you into a good mood depending on what their energy is, or it could put you into a depression. So I want you to understand that that's also a possibility. But the biggest thing I want you to understand is that it's not your energy that you're picking up. It's not your depression, it's not your unhappiness, it's not your jealousy, it's not your anger. That's energy that you're going to be picking up. What good things am I seeing here? I am seeing you breaking free from a person or a situation. Like some of you, I see you getting yourselves to a point where if there's an addiction of some sort, smoking, drinking, drugs, whatever it is, I see you having that strength to just stop it and not even look back at it. It's going to be that strong for you. I do see for some of you, there are some lawsuits that are possible. Not all, like, not on you, but a lot of dealings with lawsuits where maybe it could be you who is filing a lawsuit, or it could be someone else filing it on you. But I see it working out in a positive way for you. Okay? And I see that, what is that, paperwork? I see that happening within the next 3 weeks. Okay. It may be four. What I'm looking at, it shows me for 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks from now. But that could, if it's somebody who is filing something on you or your job or the people around you for some reason, that could just be where the paperwork is put in. So you may not see it for another week or so, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on how fast or slow that place works. But like I said, I don't see anything negative happening with you. I see a lot of positive stuff coming in because negative stuff is leaving. Okay? But I do see, and I want to go back to this because I didn't mention this. I want to go back to the spirituality part where it literally shows that you may begin to spend more time dealing with spiritual growth, dealing with meditation. For some of you, hermetics, which I love. Um, that's going to be a subject of learning for a lot of you. I'm seeing you doing breath work. I'm seeing you doing walks. a lot of walks outside, and I'm also seeing a lot of you getting more connected with chakra clearing. Okay. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing here is you coming into a recognition of your abilities and the abilities of others around, like the others around you. Let me finish that sentence. But I wanted to say that you may start to see a lot of someone else's ability also that they're not aware of. And you're probably going to get to a point where you're like, how do I explain to them what's going on? And because you know they're not going to listen, because a lot of people turn their backs on everything dealing with spirituality. So, but it's growing now, and more people want to know about it. So that may be a conversation that comes up with you guys. I also see where some of you may actually, okay, so I don't want to say that you become, because you're already that, but you'll become more aware of clairaudience. And that, as you know, is hearing. Okay? So, spiritually, your spirit speaks to you all day long and all night long. And a lot of times we just think that it's us talking to ourselves. Like when you hear something like, don't put your keys there, or hang your keys up where you normally hang them up, or don't drink that water, or don't go down the stairs yet, or hold on to the banister as you're walking down the stairs and pay attention to your steps. That's your spirit speaking to you. And I think that you're going to be picking up a lot more of that. You're going to start noticing that you're like, wait a minute. If I was talking to myself, if that was me talking, I would say, I think I'm going to pay attention to the banister as I'm walking down the stairs, instead of you should hold on to the banister. And I think that because we speak to ourselves and we're thinking that we're speaking to ourselves so often, that we just take for granted that that's us talking. But look at the words that are being used. Okay, so another thing, and I don't want to make this go on forever and ever, but another thing that I'm seeing is there's a lot of stuff from the past that's going to be coming back. Okay, so I see a lot of you dealing with ancestors and dealing with keeping track of ancestors, finding out who your ancestors actually are, a lot of DNA work, a lot of projects maybe, and learning about more people from your past. I see a lot of that starting for a lot of you. And I also see some new insights coming, like you becoming creative with something dealing with your ancestors. It could be something as simple as your child having to write a report about it, but I just wanted to let you know that. I also see a lot of you thinking about what you're going to leave your children and your grandchildren. I mean, you don't have to have children right now for you to be thinking it, but it's going to be a thought. You're going to be trying to figure out what kind of finances, whether you're going to buy houses, whether you're going to, get into real estate for your family to take part in and to have. There's going to be a lot of that kind of thinking going on. Okay, so I'm going to get into this. The week of December 7th. Nope. The week of November 30th. What I see happening before the end of that is somebody is going to be coming back into your life. If you're in a situation right now or in the next couple of weeks where there's a breakup or an argument or something where some kind of separation that happens that causes you stress, that person will be back at the end of that week. Or for those who watch this later, 5 weeks from now, 5 full weeks from now, counting this week. I also see for a lot of you, if that separation could end as soon as the week of the 16th, November 16th, or 3 weeks from now, where it shows an ending to separation that's going on now. Okay? So even if it happens next week, like next Tuesday, by the following Tuesday, this person will be back. I'm seeing for some of you, there's a divorce situation going on, and you're wondering about whether you're going to get the amount of money that you're requesting. And this is showing me that you are. I see some of you who are and I don't know why I just noticed this. If some of you are thinking about moving, look to like December 1st for that to happen for you. If you're worried about whether you're going to be able to move or not, I see it then. I also see one for the week before that. I'm seeing the beginning of a spiritual business. I'm seeing licensing for reverends or ministers or metaphysical degrees. I'm seeing things like that taking place the week of, actually the end of the week of November 30th and the very beginning of the week of December 7th. There's a lot of positive changes that are going to be going on here. So I just want you guys to know that. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, so don't want to forget this. Also, the week of December 7th, what I'm seeing is like if there's anybody who is like in a relationship and there's a third party situation going on, those secrets are going to come out 4 weeks from now. And for some of you, that's actually 4 weeks from when you hear it. And for others, that's going to be the week of the 23rd of November, towards the end, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday area. So just keep that in mind. Okay. I see this taking place over a text message that somebody sends you. So keep your phone closed. Don't accept text messages. I don't know what to say, but keep an eye on that because that's something that's about to happen. Okay, guys, I will talk to you soon. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, please. I love subscribers. Comment. Leave me a comment, especially if this resonates with you. I'll talk to you soon.